Miami Heat are going to the NBA Finals. You know what? Dwayne Wade is loving this right now.
I love it.
You have to take your hats off to the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo had a huge game, 32 points, I believe like 13 rebounds. A lot of his points came down in the fourth quarter, getting to the line, also attacking the basket. The shooters from Miami were tremendous down the stretch. I believe they shot 52% from the field. I believe like 38% from three. And you got to give the Heat a lot of credit. But one thing nobody's talking about is how disappointing the Boston Celtics turnout was. And it's not just because I picked them to win the series. It's because every single game they lost, there was never like anything like a buzzer beater or anything. At least when the Bucks lost to the Miami Heat, you could see certain games where it was just like it was close down the stretch or it was a free throw. With the Celtics, they got beat handily, and them losing 4-2 doesn't even really reflect the fact that they struggle mightily. So hats off to the Heat. The Celtics really struggled. You're looking at Jason Tatum, last game of the season, or the playoffs, 9 for 26. Marcus Smart playing out of character, 8 for 22. The only guy that was really efficient for them was Jaylen Brown. This is why I prefaced all my comments and I made the statements I made about Jaylen Brown, that the Celtics really should explore trying to make Jaylen Brown their focal point, because Jason Tatum is grossly inefficient. Jaylen Brown went 10 for 17, and he made plays. And even in the fourth quarter when they were up 6, it was just Jaylen Brown making those plays. And then all of a sudden, they stopped getting away from team ball. They couldn't focus on beating the zone anymore, which they beat in game 3, and then they beat it in game 5. Some of these things with the Celtics, it's really, they got outcoached and they got outplayed. And it wasn't necessarily because of the talent, because the Celtics had a more lopsided talent. Gordon Hayward is an all-star. Kemba Walker's an all-star. Jason Tatum, all-star. So all that stuff, and then you're playing against a team like the Miami Heat who basically beat you by committee, and you allowed that to happen. Brad Stevens got outcoached. So that's something that the Celtics have to look at. And coaching-wise, all these X's and O's or whatever that Brad Stevens brings to the table it's not enough. It's insufficient. And then you're looking at guys like Jason Tatum who can't handle the pressure in those moments, and they fold. Kemba Walker's another guy that got exposed defensively and offensively. They got exposed tremendously. Miami Heat really earned this one. They really fought through adversity, and nobody really thought that they would make it this far. People said they wouldn't be surprised, but nobody thought they would make it this far. So hats off to them, Erik Spoelstra, using the zone at correct times, playing by committee, trusting the rookies and stuff like that. Now, you're looking at a preview for the NBA Finals, Heat and Lakers, and one of the key things that you got to really remember is now that we're in the bubble, controlled environment, the moment is not going to be too big for either one of these teams because they're in a controlled environment. The fanfare and the pageantry is not going to be there. So it's just straight basketball. Now, it's who likes to play basketball the most, who's locked in the most. And that's going to be key. You're looking at Jimmy Butler, underdog, always been criticized for his locker room attitude and what he brings to the table. He's going to be looking to prove people wrong. You're looking at LeBron James, 10th finals appearance, 30 different team. He's going to be looking to show that he deserves to be in the category as the best player in the NBA. This is going to be huge for both teams. Both teams missed the playoffs the year before. Now they're in the finals, which is unheard of. The Heat, with their zone and their committee status, everybody's live. Like East Coast version of the Spurs, where one guy could kill you one day, the next day another guy could kill you. So that's cool within itself. And the Lakers are going to have problems with that at times because one guy could get hot, then when you're trying to bottle him up, you're letting another guy get hot. And the one thing that the problem the Heat that don't have that the Lakers have is like shooters like Danny Green, Caldwell Pope, sometimes they don't touch the ball, so they're not in rhythm. You're looking at the Miami Heat, it seems like all the time everybody's in rhythm, except for the exception of Jay Crowder. So that's going to be something. Now with the Lakers, they can punish that zone with offensive rebounds. That's one of the key problems they face for the Miami Heat. They pose for the Miami Heat. They can punish with offensive rebounds. They will get the Miami Heat in foul trouble because they're small. As much as people want to talk about it, they are a small team. So them being a small team in terms of, look, after Bam Adebayo, who's going to be your next guy up? Nobody. So if you could get Bam Adebayo in foul trouble or keep him out on the perimeter, there's no shot blockers. So what, Duncan Robinson, he's going to be the guy to be a shot blocker? Tyler Hero? No. Heat are working with speed, agility, constant movement, guys being live. While the Lakers are working with, they have the more superstar talent. They're bigger, stronger, they're going to punish you inside. They're not going to play an outside game, and that's what the Heat are going to try to push everything to be, an outside game. Sort of like the Portland Trail Blazers. So that's going to be interesting when it's up. The chess match, Erik Spoelstra, really, if you really think about it, to get this team to the finals, to beat Giannis, to beat the Celtics, I mean, he's right now in the bubble, he's like the best coach there is right now, period. To be an underdog in every single series and get them to the NBA Finals is huge. You're looking at Frank Vogel, he's within his own right one of the best coaches. You know, chess match, putting pieces on the board, attacking defenses and stuff like that. So this is going to be a great series. I don't expect it to be any kind of sweep or anything unless it's just like BS calls or injury. So other than that, I think it's going to be a really good series. I'm going to let you know my pick and my next prediction, what it means for the guys' legacies, and just more to come. Hoops Junction, Hoops means Hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.